And welcome to the latest and greatest from Step Brother Sports on an episode. We wish we could be saying we have some better things to talk about, but unfortunately it has been a holiday weekend from hell for both the Buffalo Bills and the Buffalo Sabres. We're going to focus primarily on the Bills, but I'm sure we'll get a thing or two to say about the abysmal Buffalo Sabres as well, because Buffalo sports are down bad, folks. It's not great. It's not great at all. It's from start to finish of that. Well, maybe not necessarily start to finish, because that.
Carl, can you hear Chris? Because I can't.
I can hear Chris.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I do, but I can't hear Chris.
That's weird. All right, well, maybe hop in and out real quick, SV. Let's see.
Yeah, I hear both of you. I'm good.
Let's see. Try this again. All right, but anyway, most importantly, folks, Josh Allen is he didn't have the best of nights, and rightfully so. Because other than that first drive responding to that Falcons first touchdown, it's just the whole game. Just first half was more on the defense, second half was more on the offense. Carl, what's your immediate takeaway after that Monday night debacle?
Well, yeah, it was interesting. It's like both first drives of the half looked great. Like they ran down and got a great drive. I think we're now at a point where we're concerned about talent on the offense. I mean, I guess we're always worried about it, but like I think it just became super glaring with Kincaid out, and now Palmer was out, and it's like
and they're still doing cutesy little reverse plays that just blow up in their face on critical downs, and like Joe Brady, like that 3rd and 1 reverse play to Elijah Moore. Like, yes, he bobbled it, but like you have Josh Allen, just get the first down with a tush push, or maybe put in your Pro Bowl running back James Cook, who was off to a great start in the second half, but you just killed all sense of momentum, just in every sense of it right there, because you just had to get too cute. Let's try putting SV in the chat again.
And I think he's going to get tackled anyway. Like it kind of felt like there's penetration on that play regardless, and Moore was probably going to get tackled even if he just followed it.
Right. But you can't be anything but just beyond frustrated, because I've had several conversations now with family, a few friends, like that wide receiver rant call that Brandon Beaton did over the summer on WGR just looks comical now. You have wide receivers on this team, or just pass catchers in general, that just don't get open. Allen just waiting and waiting and waiting just to see if there's a prayer of anybody getting open. And heck, now it's starting to show on the offensive line, because he's been sacked a bunch of times now in the last 2 games. And not to mention that he's being forced into making some really dumb throws and mistakes leading to interceptions in both the Patriots game and this game. So it's you hate to see it out of your reigning MVP, but just like he has not played well. I mean, and it needs to be accepted. Like everybody comes to defend Allen on so many occasions, but like he has not shown up to play, and neither has the rest of the offense. The defense played well in the first half of last week, and they crumbled in the second half against the Patriots. Tonight, you could say they did not play great in the first half, but they held it down. They even blocked a field goal to keep them within 1 score up until the end of the game, when they just were tired. They were gashed. They did everything they could to keep it in the game for the Bills. And Allen and the offense, they were just abysmal all night long. And for them not having Cook out as much as they did, like, again, that's what's the deal? Like Joe Brady, once again, like you are trying to play galaxy brain 3D chess when you just simply need to get your first down, live to fight another day. And again, the wide receiver call is just it roll my eyes. I laugh. It's embarrassing look all around. Yeah. What are your guys' thoughts?
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm down here right at the stadium, and like I was telling you guys, like, this just ain't it, man. Like, granted, we probably, and ATL Phil and I were just talking about this, who's a Falcons fan. The Patriots and Falcons may be the best 2 defenses in the league that we've played back to back. Like, statistically, the Falcons are number 1. But yeah, man, it's just I think on defense they have so many injuries right now. They need to fortify the team, and I know we're going into our bye week where the trade deadline's coming up. They need to do something because at present they're not a Super Bowl contender. We've struggled with every game we basically played this year. We've struggled in some facet. It's a big problem, man, and it's like the play calling on offense is bad. On defense, they really haven't been able to stop anybody this year, and that includes inept offenses in Miami and the Saints.
Yeah.
Like, so they got to do something, man. Like, they really have to do something. They have to change it up. They need to make some personnel decisions. I know we got players coming back, but
those players that are coming back are not going to move the needle at this point. I mean, that defense is. There are moments where it shined. There was even a moment where they're inches away from having that interception with Shaq Thompson. That would have been amazing. So credit for him for still being able to make the play, but just you got to come down with that, man. That was one of the most critical plays you could have had there to just finally get the momentum in your favor, among other plays, of course, too. That shouldn't be the only reason why the Bills lost the game. But to count on two guys that haven't played at all season, if for now 6 games deep, and you haven't seen anything from them since training camp, it's hard to really count on for that, just from the defense.
And they're also not in the secondary.
Right. That's their biggest problem.
Yeah, the biggest problem is the secondary, and they're not. They don't play those positions. So
right. Yeah. Not to mention Christian Benford, he's gotten hurt in the last 2 games. He's been banged up, so it's like you have to wonder about his durability, for the rest of this long season. And obviously we have the first rounder coming back, Hairston, but
maybe
like Trey White, we've talked about it, Chris Maz at length about he's definitely lost a step. And then
he's just a PI machine now.
It's just bad, man. Like we have some major concerns on the second. There seems to be more holes that we can possibly fix with a couple trade deadline acquisitions.
What's up with Dorian Strong, by the way?
He has a hurt neck. He may be done for the season.
Yeah, it's getting a second opinion. Nothing else has come out about that for Dorian Strong, which is unfortunate because he at least had a promising start despite just some rookie moments, of course. But hey, he held his own against the Ravens in that Week 1 game, and that feels like eons ago when moments could not have been higher for the Bills. But just another squandered opportunity for the Buffalo Bills once again. And just we're just sitting here shaking our heads and wondering, will there actually be some type of action from Brandon Beane to make a move? Say what you will about the salary cap, but why do the best teams like the Philadelphia Eagles always find ways to circumvent the cap to be elite at all times? Why do other teams just find a way to make these trades happen, saying, forget the salary cap? Credit to Brandon Beane in the past for being responsible and frugal when he needed to be, but you have the most golden opportunity with a still pretty cakewalk schedule in theory for the rest of the season, and yet you are, as you were saying a couple times via text, Sean, you are squandering prime years of Josh Allen, and those prime years are going to run out, and it's just awful. And
Beane he did last year get Amari Cooper that didn't turn out to much, and the year before was Rasul Douglas. So he makes moves mid-season. Right. I'm just more disappointed that Sean McDermott can't figure out the defense. It's just like Sean was saying, it's been every game it feels like they're a problem, and I'm even guilty of saying that first game that they have a bunch of people out, and it's true, but you're supposed to be the defensive mastermind here, and none of these games have looked decisive, and this would have been an awfully nice game for the defense to win it for the Bills. And
for sure.
Yeah.
I'm seeing an interesting hot take. Take it for what you will. Jarrett Bailey of Jay Bailey NFL. Not to be mean, this is him quoting him right here from his tweet. Not to be mean, but the more time that goes by, the more I believe the Bills are led by largely incapable people whose jobs are constantly getting saved by Josh Allen. So it's a hot take for sure, but at the same time, it can't be entirely wrong just because they get a lot of forgiveness for getting that pick right. But, there are plenty of people out there from Sean McDermott's head. There have been plenty more loud in the last couple of years for Brandon Beane's draft prowess and not doing more to put capable receivers around Josh Allen. Also, credit to pseudo brother-in-law Brian Powers for sending in that tweet right there, that screenshot. So thank you for the assist there. But still, at the same time, it's just years are getting wasted. Josh Allen turns 30 next year. You can only have so much more of the playmaking ability left in him before it starts to decline. I mean, yes, we might sound doom and gloom, but like, it's reality's going to hit fast.
Yeah, they gotta make something happen. I think Sean might have lost his battery or something, but no, it's no bueno, man. I guess you gotta even be concerned about, like, dare I say, playoffs, right? Like,
I mean, right now they're in a wild card position, I believe, but like they'll be lucky to get that one. They'll be lucky to get in the wild card position at this point, because the Patriots now have the lead in the AFC East. As much as that pains people to hear it, I mean, they have a softer schedule than the Bills because they're playing on a fourth place schedule. But I mean, got to take care of business, and the Bills did not 2 weeks in a row. And what's more infuriating is that it just seems to happen same time every single year, where they look strong all throughout September, first month, maybe month and change even. And then they just have two clunkers right in a row. This happened the same time last year, almost identical weeks even, where come out strong all September, get their faces bashed in by Baltimore, only to get followed up by a really poor offensive performance in Houston last year. And honestly, maybe history, like, art imitates history. I don't know, like, well, however you want to phrase whatever cliche you want to come up with here. It's just, you can do nothing but shake your head.
Part of the season for sure,
right?
And it's like, it feels like it just dropped it.
I mean, the bye could not be coming at a better point for the Bills, but at the same time, like, so many questions to answer. It's so many. I mean, what are some of your other takeaways on this, Carl? Whether it's offensively, defensively, I mean,
it's just like, there's just not enough on offense. And I don't know what happened versus last year, because we had this great stable of running backs. And then for some reason this year, it feels like Ty Johnson can do stuff. Ray Davis got his first touchdown. That might be the best play of the entire season for him, which is not saying much. Like, he
needed that play badly. I mean, Ty Johnson needs to get on the score sheet eventually too, because I feel like I thought this last week too. So many of his plays that he's like made some really good positive yardage have been negated by penalties. That's another thing too. Like, blame the refs for all you want for maybe some soft calls, but at the same time, get yourself not in a position where they even have a chance to make those calls. Like, I'm not going to sit here and blame the refs.
We become so undisciplined. Like, then just the past two games were just turn it over. It's gross. Like, we're got tons of penalties against us. Like, when did we turn into this like undisciplined group of? They're supposed to be like a veteran savvy, like, buttoned up with Sean McDermott, like Drill Sergeant, and they're just letting it all hang out. I don't know. Let themselves go.
Yeah, Mr. Whitfield, we appreciate your sentiment there. I know Washington is not exactly having the brightest of moments now either for a lot of the Washington faithful down where I'm at here, just because, let's just say, it's not a good sports night all around. Actually, at the same time, the 24-22, I haven't turned it on ever since the Bills game ended. I did not see any updates from that, but apparently there's a couple ugly turnovers from Jaden Daniels, to say the least. But regardless, Mr. Whitfield, we would be glad to have you in any way or shape or form, or any of the Sports Brew guys if you want to hop on, of course, too. But how could we also forget that the little cherry on top is now, as much as many Bills fans don't want to hear this too, the Sabres, 3 games in, their season's dead in the water. You got a jersey thrown onto home ice today after just a awful showing against the Colorado Avalanche today. I mean, what do you do, Buffalo sports fans, right now? What are we doing here other than just down bad in our feelings, just listening to us just lament and complain about
it? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, Sabres are, I don't know, man. We can talk about this another show, but it feels like it's done 3 games in.
Oh my god, yeah, dead in the water.
Tip my cards here a little bit on what I think. I think we're cooked.
Yeah, and I was talking about this with the two goalies with Mike Crew, with Dwayne and that whole gang over there. I mean, here we are again, another season. Kevin Adams clean to hope with so many different facets of Josh Norris, hoping that he stays healthy. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, hoping that he has a great season. I'll do credit to Alex Lyon. He's the only reason why that the Buffalo Sabres are even remotely in the games that they've been playing. He's standing on his head, and the team around him does nothing, absolutely nothing. The stars are not starring. I mean, Tage got his first goal today. It was sweet. I mean, but as much as I want to give credit for that, that was still almost like a lucky shot that went in that was nearly from the blue line. And no net front presence, or barely anyway. And again, get booed off the ice, bless you. Get here and fire Kevin Adams chance. Now that one's not new, of course, but still, your game 3. There was so much more hope going into the season, but obviously injuries for both the Bills and the Sabres are derailing a whole lot of hope that was really high in the hope tank at the start of both seasons here. So
I wasn't too. I didn't think the Sabres are going to be good, but I'm definitely pretty disappointed and surprised by the Bills these past couple of weeks. And what Sean said earlier, even the Dolphins and the Saints game they're a little too close. They were a little too close for comfort. Now we kind of just proven that. But yeah, Sabres are just not good. They're just not a good team.
No, yeah. I mean, all the fancy analytics sites were hopeful for the team just because of their better defensemen,
hopeful, weren't they?
Yeah, a little too hopeful. I mean, have they met the Sabres? Have they truly met the Sabres? No, they haven't. They will take all that hope and crush it and throw it down into the deepest pit of despair and never let it see the light of day again. So that's
I just need to. I think the only thing they can do this season to retain the fan base, save face, hopefully buy some goodwill. The team is just to fire Adams. I don't know. At this point it feels like the only move. If it's not going to be for anything else, it's just going to be we got to do something.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, at the very least, if Adams is going to stay, he has to be compelled to make a move. Their center depth is already deteriorated with Josh Norris looking to be at least 8 weeks, which was announced today on Elliot Friedman's 32 Thoughts podcast. And Lindy Ruff more or less confirmed that earlier today as well before the game. But it's just again, you heard one of your own players, Jason Zucker, say it himself. Hope is a bleepy strategy.
Yeah.
And here you are clinging to it and paying the price more or less just because
all it is. Yeah, that's right. That's all it is. Yeah. We can maybe break that down on another day, but dark days for Buffalo fans for sure. Testing our mettle, Chris.
Yeah, to say the least.
Testing our loyalty, we're good men. We're good men for this.
Yes, and to those 1,500 plus viewers also for tuning in, we appreciate you, of course, always. We're going to keep this one short and sweet, folks, just because there's not much else to say other than to shake our heads, roll our eyes, do all the other possible negative connotations for both teams. I mean, both GMs have an opportunity to do something for the right for each team. Brandon Beane, I mean, whether you're trading for some secondary help, a wide receiver who can separate maybe from a deteriorating team, or for the Sabres, are you going to trade for some type of offensive help, top 6 forward, use some of those prospects and picks, or are you going to call up some of these top rated draft picks that you've had over the years, like your Kostelanius, your Noah Ostlands of the world? I mean, heck, even bring up Anton Wahlberg for all I care. Isaac Roseanne's making the lamp get lit up down in Rochester. I mean, anything. Throw anything to the wall, see if it sticks.
I would want Roseanne. He was the one that I would want to. We can play armchair GM on the Sabres, and I'd like to do that. I have some thoughts on that for sure. But I think be nice if it was Roseanne that we're bringing up. Roseanne.
It looks like Rosen, like Josh Rosen, but pronounced, I guess, Roseanne. So with a little accent mark. Right. Yeah.
But yeah, what about like AJ Brown or something like that? I feel like that's just that's fantasy or fantasy GMing, but that'd be pretty cool.
Of course we are. I mean, would it be cool? Yes. I mean, personality aside, I mean, say what you will about what he's done for Philadelphia. He is now a Super Bowl champion from Philadelphia last year, of course. But everybody's like, oh, but he's too expensive. Oh, this and that. Like, can they find a way to do it? Maybe this season, sure. But, like, who knows? Will the team around him still be better? That's the question. And would he fit into the mantra of everybody eats? Because he's already a pretty volatile wide receiver as it is as far as emotions go.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time,
Drake Landon just catch balls today. I'm like, I wouldn't mind a number one.
Heck,
number one at all.
I mean, you look at Bijan Robinson, just tore everything up, 230 or more scrimmage yards. I think I saw. I think it was 238, 170 on the ground, 68 pass or through passing rather. He just torched the Bills. I mean, so many people forecasted that earlier just because of how the Bills have played against elite backs or just running games in general so far this year. And yet James Cook was not a featured weapon of this struggling offense all night. And that goes back again to that.
I looked it up, by the way. He got 5 yards of carry. That's pretty damn good.
Right. And they just, decided not to use him. And I thought I saw him on the sideline complaining maybe after one of that botched reverse call to Elijah Moore. Like I said, I thought I saw him just like getting like an emotional response from that, like kind of like looking like he was complaining or upset or frustrated about something, rightfully so. Like, again, like you were saying, 5 yards of carry. I mean, at the very least, if he doesn't get like that first down, because that was a 3rd and 1 play, at the very least, you run forward. If you get stuffed, maybe you get like an inch or two, do a tush push at the same, like, say what you will about the Eagles and their tactics for doing it, of course, but like, all you need was one lousy yard. And you couldn't do that. Not to mention, in another instance where you were at midfield and you had every opportunity to still close the gap. And there was like 2 cowardly punts. If you follow the Surrender Index on Twitter, they posted an 86th percentile cowardly punt and a 90th percentile cowardly punt, just for where McDermott punting is, for also when during the game, and as far as what the scoreboard was saying as well. So not a good game for coaching, for offense. The defense eventually turned it on. They even had that blocked field goal, so credit to them, because I was ready to be done with Bobby Babich, especially after that first half. But they turned it around. They gave the team a chance, but like, it doesn't excuse earlier missteps from them as well, especially in the game the week prior. But still,
yeah. I don't know. I'm down on the defense, but I know they turned it up. Like recency bias for sure makes it a little more stomachable. But
and that was with a ton of injuries too, and also
that is a lot
of Chicago Bears look like
Joe Andreessen's like starting. We got Jack Thompson like doing great, but he's kind of a bright spot on the season. But he wasn't really brought in or expected to be like a guy.
Right.
Yeah.
And to further confirm that, for some Washington sadness here, again, for those Richmond folks tuning in, unfortunately, the Washington Commanders fall to the Chicago Bears, who are now 3-2. So a little revenge for Caleb Williams last year over Washington. So no Hail Mary luck or magic to survive them this time. But Caleb Williams did what he needed to do to make some magic happen for his side of things. And just some ugly turnovers. So Washington and Buffalo can both feel that misery together tonight on Monday night. So Carl, any parting words before
we need to get going?
Yeah, I was gonna say you got a little one to attend to, and I know I do eventually later at this point in the night too. So folks, Bills have a bye week. Hey, maybe the Sabres will turn things around before they play Ottawa on Wednesday, but hey, maybe there will be no hope at all. We can just live this nihilistic lifestyle a little bit longer. So y'all have a good night. And hey, even in the darkest of days, let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Bills. Yep.